morning, or good evening, wherever it is you're tuning in from, and welcome to the first installment of Focus 5 News. I'm your host, Trip McGuire, and we'll be covering some of the notable events that happened this past week from October 20th all the way till October 27th. First off, on Tuesday, patch 9.08 went live, kicking off Episode 9 Act 3. In this update, we say goodbye to Icebox and Lotus as they rotate out of the competitive map pool, and welcome back Pearl and Split. Sunset underwent major renovations in B site, adding and removing cover in key positions like in B main, front pillar, and headshot, allowing for more defensibility within the site itself and to discourage the meta post-plant spam setup that we all got so used to playing. This is something many players including myself believe to be something Riot could improve upon. Playing on site in the newer maps can feel unnecessarily difficult or claustrophobic, so seeing these changes being implemented is promising. Speaking of maps, a new team deathmatch map called Glitch was also added, making it the 5th TDM map in the pool. I can never find a TDM game ever, so I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to experience this map. This update also brings big changes to Gekko's utility. First, his ultimate now costs an extra ult point, going from 7 to 8. Wingman stun is now wider, and Dizzy saw the most changes, namely the reduced airtime, but also having a more reliable targeting system that now also blinds the target's minimap. Also important to know is that Gekko now has less time to pick up his util before they disappear, while it also takes longer for him to pick them back up. Yoru got some minor changes, mainly to his clone. Before, the clone wouldn't show any visual effects when getting hit by an ability, making it easier to discern as a fake. Now, all abilities that hit the clone reflect the effect statuses as it would for a normal player. More minor updates for Skye and Jett. Both Skye's dog and Jett's dash can now break through the Ascent window. Lastly, some visual changes have been made to the Gothic Marshal, Araxis, Valiant Hero, and Reaver Operator scope reticles to make them less distracting. I didn't even notice because I am too poor to have any of these skins. These changes were actually thanks to Derke, who was the former star duelist for Fnatic, now picked up by Vitality. If you guys remember, Fnatic had a pretty weak showing at Champions Seoul earlier this year, losing out to Sentinels in the lower bracket quarterfinals. Despite that, Derke himself had a strong performance. He had some of the highest ratings throughout the event, so it was a bit of a shock to hear that he became a restricted free agent after the season ended. According to Sheep Esports, Derke was actually thinking about joining NRG, but eventually decided to go with Vitality alongside former Loud player Les, who decided to explore his options after Loud had a rocky season, ending 4th in Masters Madrid and failing to qualify for Champions Seoul. Vitality themselves also had a disappointing showing at Seoul, unable to make it past the group stage. So we'll be looking forward to seeing how the new squad will perform with more firepower being brought by Derke and Les. There were a few more roster changes happening in the community, namely longtime Team Liquid player Jamppi being released from the squad and signing a contract to join BBL Esports alongside Profek, an up-and-coming promising Polish controller from the Tier 2 scene. With the addition of these two players, it'll be the first time BBL Esports will be including non-Turkish players into their rosters. Excited to see how this team will perform in the next season. On Saturday, it was reported that Argentinian org Leviathan are in the process of finalizing the transfer of star player Aspas to Brazilian org mibr due to the player's dissatisfaction with a series of internal issues with the former. mibr themselves aren't considered a top team, but it is reported that the org's main priority will be to rebuild the team around Aspas, so we'll be waiting to see if they can become a top contender for the upcoming 2025 season. Finally, if you've been keeping up with the off-season, the 10 Valorant Asia Invitational just took place this past Saturday, featuring Genji, DRX, Talon Esports, and FunPlus Phoenix. Got to see a glimpse at a few of the newly developing rosters as all 4 teams played in a round-robin format. In an exciting grand final, Genji beat Talon 2-1 and took first place in the event. Congratulations, Genji. We move on now to some local news. In Pearl, locals have reported seeing a ghost-like entity soaring across skies and through buildings. We're now with field reporter Rob Oddick, who is on the scene of the sighting. Rob?
Thanks, Trip. I'm here with Shane Burr, who was the one who caught the phenomenon on camera. Mr. Burr, could you tell us more about what you saw that night?
Yeah, it was crazy. I was just doing my rounds that night, putting my teleports and traps down, when I saw something whiz by me. Before I could teleport, I look up, and I saw like a ghost or something just flying around the houses. I've never seen anything like it.
What do you think it was?
Honestly, I'm not sure. It very well may be the spirit of Halloween.
Very spooky indeed. Local authorities have cautioned the people of Pearl to keep their eyes open and doors closed at night to prevent any unwanted guests. I'm Rob Otic. Back to you, Trip.
Thank you, Rob. Next, we have reporter Rosa on the scene of a tragic accident on Fracture where a local resident was caught between two closing doors as she was dashing out. Rosa?
Thanks, Trip. I'm here on the side of the accident where witnesses say they saw a local woman try to dash out of the sliding doors on Wednesday afternoon only to be squished in half. The manufacturing company behind the sliding doors allegedly disappeared during Thursday's press conference and has refused to comment at this time. My name is Rosa. Back to you, Trip.
Very unfortunate. Folks, please be sure to be careful of those sliding doors. Finally, to wrap up this week's news recap, we will be showcasing one clip from one of you guys. All you need to do is to join the Focus Go Discord server and submit a clip into the Focus 5 news channel. We'll randomly select one clip for every week to showcase, and for this week, we have a clip submitted by none other than yours truly. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Might have another one soon.
Behind you?
Like
Behind you!
Oh!
I wasn't even
What?
trying.